Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Count Christo and this is the Light of the East campaign. As I said in a previous episode, right now the light of the East is the darkness of the West and we are burning our way through Milan. Should be good. They have a lot of wealth that I am looking to destroy, a lot of trade income that I want to deny them, and a lot of transfers from traders downstream that we could really do with them not having. Right, so burning our way through should be good. They do have a fairly sizable army here, which looks like it might be trying to move on this siege. You made any progress yet? No. Let's shore up that siege just to make sure they're not. Oh, maybe he's going here actually. Yep. Oh god, I love it when they can move from one province to the next in literally like one day. This is obviously a tough fight. We have a tactics and significant morale advantage. I think with reinforcements we're going to pull it out. But it's going to be a bit close. These reinforcements coming from the south are going to be helpful in the long term. Ah, we did do that without a leader. That was very foolish. I should have put a leader in charge. The game seems to be suddenly running extremely well. Oh, come on, give me some rolls. Alright, that's a pretty good roll. These reinforcements are going to turn the tide in our favor decisively. Yeah. The no leader was what caused the problem there. Why is the game running so well? I'm losing my mind here. Why is it running so well? Anyway, we took some heavy casualties in that fight, but liberate the faithful against Hassa and Oman, eh? Not that many Sunni believers down there, though, unfortunately. Another idea, don't mind if I do, Tolerance of the True Faith +1 is pretty nice, although almost none of our unrest is in True Faith provinces. Morale of armies coming up next doesn't hurt, and there is the victory. Let's cycle out the damaged army. Have them go elsewhere and bring in this new one with a leader to carry that siege. Also, give me a little conform and we'll merge these guys up. Okay, good. We are getting sieged in the south, which makes me want to just send a quick little excursion down there to put them in their place. Should be doable. Why is the game running so well? What happened? I feel like I'm losing it. Is it just me, or is the game running exceedingly well? I have all the normal stuff open that I have open. Like, you know, Chrome and OBS. There's manpower low. Now the game it feels like it's running better than it was half an hour ago. Which surely is not the case. Like, I mean, I can't imagine what would have caused that. Maybe it's because I've had this excellent spiced rum and it's making my brain run slower. And therefore the game seems like it's running faster. It's plausible. It's not actually plausible. Alright, we've got a good conversions going on over here. Good conversions. Excellent. We've got good conversions going on over there. Should be good. Pilgrims pass through. I will extort a fee for safe passage. What do you mean extort a fee? Tolls are not extortion. It costs money to keep these roads safe. Pilgrims. They dare call it extortion. Another renowned university for somewhere? Baghdad, perhaps? Don't really want to build it in Baghdad because we're going to struggle with autonomy there for a long time. Ah, up here though. Yeah. Renowned universities in these two seems really good because those are important cultural centers that will help us get literacy down from Germany. Okay, yeah, they're coming north, but these guys could rapidly move to reinforce if necessary. They're actually just going for the siege. Okay. Could boat bomb them if we could get there in time. Yeah, let's give it a go. This is all our armies, right? Oh, God. Growth of the printing industry. Casual literacy has been born, and it's been born a long way away from us. That's not good. That's really not good. It took us like 70 years to get it from here to here. So from here to here, we'll see. With any luck, there's no like local invention at all in this version, is there? No. So yeah, we'd need Protestants in order to get casual literacy. Maybe I should have tried to encourage the Reformation harder in my lands. Oh, that's interesting. France actually has a 2 Protestant subjects. How is Protestantism doing in central France, like Paris? No Protestants in Paris. Any in the south? There's a bit of religious heresy going on around the place. We'll see how that develops. I mean, that might mean we should probably take enclosures. Is there anything else coming up? Like, do we want to try and rush a few admin techs and then go back to ideas afterwards because we're going to have the tech penalty for such a long time? We probably do. We shouldn't have been taking ideas. That was kind of foolish of me. We should be trying to get ahead of time on admin and diplotech. The other thing we might do is just eat the tech penalty. Last time we tried really, really hard to avoid the tech penalty. Like we didn't take tech. We ended up like 8 techs behind. Oh, I misclicked that. That's annoying. We might not do that this time. We might allow ourselves to suffer a significantly greater tech penalty for a significantly greater number of technologies. But, you know, it would hurt. It would hurt. You boat bombers, I would actually like you to stop off here. Oh, they've got to 100% already. I guess we do have a very weak garrison because we didn't give it a chance to recover. So, yeah, we'll just stop off, kill these guys, then kill them. Maybe get the war goal sieged down. We are probably going to take the war goal in this war. It's not that much aggressive expansion. And, I mean, we could grab Liguria as well. That would cause some problems. We were thinking of taking just Liguria, Venice, Naples as some kind of pirate outposts, which I do quite like. It seems like a fun idea. But, not in this war. Oh, I do not like that you can't... It should calculate... I mean, this is... I don't know how this works, mechanically speaking, but it bugs me that you have to wait a day after a unit has finished a battle before you can move it. Yeah, lost that siege. Are they coming for us here? Made no progress yet here. Let's reinforce. They are indeed, and they're definitely going to take the fight before these reinforcements make them reconsider, so that should be pretty good. What's the terrain like here? Grass flats, so that's fine. They have got more men. Ideally, they won't stack weapons before we arrive with the reinforcements. Indeed, they won't. Our massive tactics advantage is really showing itself. Yeah, they fled after the reinforcements arrived. Can't really say I blame them. See if we can grab this before it can get any reinforcement. Where are they fleeing? Into Mantua and into Verona. That's interesting. You guys land in Hum. Obviously, we'd like to avoid them damaging our guys here. Cool. As these sieges progress, let's talk about the longer term plan. We're not really going to do anything with the New World this campaign, I don't think. We might do another campaign. And I've been thinking about this. I think like I've played a big MEIOU and Taxis campaign as Castile, which was not on camera. One as Granada with the New World colonization, which was on camera. One as England, which was not on camera. I got Anglo-French Union. I've never played as France. So we could do France. It could be fun. Don't you win the 14%. Good. We could do a campaign as France and go colonial. That could be fun. And kind of maybe play with the HRE. Because the first 3.0 campaign I want to do is as Bohemia. I think that would be a good one. Nice. We've got the 100% here as well. Is Salazzo? Yeah, whatever this place is called. Have you got much loot buried behind those walls? You do. Right, well, we will go after you then. There's really very little up here, but any damage we can do to Milan is good. He looks like he's moving maybe against me down here. Phew, didn't lose that siege. That was close. Good. I think a French colonial game would be fun. As maybe the next on-camera one. And of course, those of you watching on YouTube, you probably know what I play next, because I imagine... Where are you going, Zuria? You're not going to come south if I start sieging this, are you? Because I imagine... What I'm doing at the moment, as you know, on YouTube, is that I'm releasing these episodes twice a week, because for quite a while, I was recording, you know, I was trying to release episodes once a day, and basically just not doing enough recording to make that consistent. And I know that inconsistent releases, like A, they're really bad for the YouTube algorithm, and B, people just don't like it. People don't like not knowing when the next episode is coming, and I don't like not knowing when I'm going to be able to give people the next episode, which is, you know, it's frustrating. Let's pull back, actually. I don't really want to face these guys alone. It's frustrating not knowing when I'm going to be able to release a video. So what I've done is I've released these once every twice a week, which means that I feel very confident that I can record enough for it. But what that's actually generated is just a truly god almighty backlog. Like this video is being released in October, as those of you watching on YouTube know. I'm recording it in May. So what's likely to happen is that when we complete this campaign, I will begin another campaign and then also release that 2 episodes a week. So what we'll end up having is 4 episodes of Mayo and Taxes a week from 2 different simultaneous campaigns, which will be fun. So you probably already know about the great colony of New France that I poured in money into and never made my return on. But yes, those watching on stream obviously are behind where YouTube is. I suspect. It's obviously not necessarily what I will end up doing. Are they going to take this fight? I wouldn't. Venice claims Moria. Yeah, good luck with that, Venice. Are they going to take this fight? Renowned Province done. Good old input lag and an event, so I can't see for a moment. No, they're not. I thought they shouldn't. Let's bring over both armies and actually smash these Venetians. No! Victor! The 645 might be involved in a plot. I will not listen to such lies. I really hope Victor is not actually doing a plot, because if he is doing a plot, one way or the other... Yes! If he is doing a plot one way or the other, you lose him. There's no way to actually get him as your heir. Like, you can't have his plot succeed, which is a shame. You should definitely be able to do that. So obviously we're outnumbered in this fight, but I wanted to bait them into taking it because we have reinforcements coming, and I think we could probably win it without them anyway. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, they took triple casualties, almost triple casualties. Pretty good. Yeah, the reason you can't have him succeed is because there isn't a specific event chain for it, and when Pretender Rebels spawn, they spawn with a random ruler, because Paradox didn't like that sometimes it was a good idea to let Pretenders win in order to get a better ruler. I think that's fine. Like, I don't really see... I'm not sure I understand the objection to that. Seems... Basically, it's the limitation of the fact that the player plays as the state, not as the ruler. Because obviously it makes no sense for the ruler to allow themselves to be deposed in order to have a better ruler. But I mean, that's not even true, is it? Like, sure, most rulers didn't do this, but some rulers, you should allow for the fact that some rulers are selfless. So you should be allowed to facilitate your own deposing, in my opinion. Right, yeah, give me that renowned university here. And I think that will actually take us to perfect student... Yeah, that will take us to 100% of our students have university slots, which is just so powerful because it means that our education spending that's required is going to be, yeah, very little, which means we're going to get absolutely buckets of ducats. Let's keep building the Baghdad Road. And we should also be working on the... Are you kidding? I might go and fix this event. Like, that's obviously stupid. I think I'm going to go and submod this event so it can't fire twice in 2 months. Because that's ridiculous. This is clearly intended to fire every so often. Alright, welcome back, YouTube. We've made the highly technical solution of submodding the event by reloading to before the event fired. It's a very, very technical solution. I hope you can keep up with that explanation. But yeah, we just reloaded before the event fired, and I've marked it down to make it fire once every 10 years. Nice, we managed to spend exactly how much money we had. Sweet. Okay, as we were, let's try and take this lot out. Maybe attack from the south of this army. Let them lock. Yep, got him. Good stuff. Alright, you lot rally up around here. Or actually, let's get started on Verona. So you can rally up here, and then this lot can move to Verona. Done. That's something I'd like to see overhauled for 3.0. I don't think it is overhauled in 3.0. I can't remember. I don't remember seeing it being different. I'd like to see the loot system change. It's very odd that you have to wait till you're at peace and then take a certain percentage, and it's so arbitrary how much you get, and like it has dice rolls on losing stability because of how much you get. It's all feels a bit arbitrary. Be nice if it was more integrated into the system, like you actually stole resources from people, so you're stealing goods as opposed to just stealing ducats. That seems like exactly the kind of added simulation element that MEIOU and Taxes is known for. There goes the rump of the Milanese fleet. Good stuff. You guys should come out because you're scared and that makes no sense. Keep privateering. Good stuff. Did I say we're the largest? Yeah, we are now the largest controlling state in the Adriatic Sea. That's funny. And look at this, it's gone down to 45 ducats. Down from 68 at the beginning of this war, I believe. We really are giving it to them. Okay, I mean, we don't necessarily need to do this siege, but I mean, there's some metalwork being produced in the province, and that, frankly, is unacceptable. So, burn down the merchants' quarter, at least. The other thing about warfare in MEIOU and Taxes that could be more realistic, and I think it would probably be broken powerful if you allowed players to do this, but we're looting harshly, right? So we siege down Lombardia. I don't know how historical this is. Maybe chat could help me out on this, but we sieged down Lombardia with maximum looting. We sieged it as harshly as possible. And we, like, there's still a world-famous university and a great cathedral. Like, who told the troops to allow the great cathedral to stay standing? But, like, who said, let the cathedral stand? And yeah, the castle, don't burn that down. I think it would probably be broken. Like, it would be way too powerful and maybe unhistorical. But shouldn't I be able to tell my army, like, just raise it. Raise it onto the very foundations. I mean, we're getting into, like, real talk a bit here, but, like, how common was genocide in the EU4 period? Not in, like, the Americas. I know that's a whole other question, but, like, in Europe, or in, like, Islamic versus Christian wars, or in, like, because in tribal conflicts, like the Mongol conflicts, there were, which obviously is not E4 time frames before, but there were proper genocides. There were, like, there's a city, now there is not a city. But I don't know how much, if at all, that happened in this time frame. Probably less, I would imagine. I know it didn't happen much in Europe. It's true, there are more loot levels. The higher loot levels are unlocked by being a horde and having, like, a particularly high mill skill leader or something, right? Or something like that, which is obviously idiotic. Like, what's the historical simulation reason for that? Like, yes. When the people were taking instructions on how many of the people in the city to kill, they would first all say, but wait a minute, I don't think our king is quite talented enough in his military strategy to give me an order like that. I'm going to choose to be gentle. Like, that's not remotely how it works. I think the reason they shouldn't allow, like, full-on, massive-scale destruction, because you can already do an unbelievable quantity of damage, but the reason you shouldn't be allowed to do full-on, massive-scale destruction is because it would break the game. Like, you would loot down what your opponent wants, and they would never, ever recover. Like, they would have absolutely no chance of ever recovering. But, yeah. Chat's telling me I should tell the MEIOU and Taxes team to change it. What I won't tell them to change it because I think it probably... Or I suppose the looting level thing I could ask them to change. Or I could just submod it. That would be really, really easy to submod. But what I should do is ask about the balance considerations. Like, how have they tested it with letting everyone loot? Because the other problem would be the AI, fighting the AI. Like, maybe if you let them loot more, the whole world just becomes depopulated after like 100 years. I find that very plausible as a reason why they didn't do it. God, we've got so little manpower. We're going to have to do a period of peace after this. Or at least... Well, I suppose we were planning to do like wars against insignificant miners like Banu Rassi. Oh, crap. We've got some separatists down here. Well, we're about to go to war with them. How long until those separatists enforce demands? Oh, great. They're not showing up in my list because they are... Hussein Kali. Where even is... Oh, that's the name of the leader. They're Banu Rassi separatists. That's unfortunate. No, wait. Who are they? Whose separatists are these? Yes, they are Banu Rassi's separatists in my land. So they're not showing up because I think other people's rebels in my land do show up, but other people's rebels in your subjects' lands don't, which is unfortunate. Bum bum. All right. Yeah, the highest tier of looting is indeed, I believe, called Build Skull Pyramids, which I think you can only do as a horde. Which is a bit brutal, yes. I imagine it was just basically not historically done by the kind of settled nations in this period, which is why they haven't included it. That ton of workshops is gonna, well, at least I hope it's gonna give us a couple more centers of production. Let our silk industry grow a bit more. Right. This siege and this siege, we are going to do these two because, well, we probably won't bother with Bellun, but Viscena or Vicenza, I guess, is worth doing. There's what, yeah, 130 odd ducats to be had in there. Only a level 3 fort. Won't take long with the massive cannons we now have at our disposal. Speaking of the massive cannons, let's actually remove the non-cannons from this army. Because we're not... we don't need them. Not for the numbers. Verona, you're one of the few places that hasn't been burnt down yet. You can really tell, can't you? Where has been looted a lot of times and where hasn't. Like Florence and Padova, rather, are... two of the very few places that haven't received the... They've been spared the lash so far. Bum. Bum. Alright. State war contributions. Victor and the Egyptian people. Victor, you are not... This guy... So first he tried to be Pontic. Now he's trying to be Egyptian. No, you may not be Egyptian. I will fire my administrative advisor for the second time. Those are the only choices. Fire the advisor, or your ruler suddenly, your heir suddenly stops being. Oh, none of these are any good. Your heir suddenly stops being your culture. I mean, we could get this guy for the tech cost could be nice. Production efficiency is good too. Yeah, let's get him for the tech cost since we're going to be taking tech. We're not trying to promote him anyway. It's true. The heir is 20. It's a bit late in life to be being suddenly swayed to Egyptian. Let's blast our way through the walls so we can get this war done. Yeah, maybe I should kill that event. A lot of the events they added in DLCs are kind of impactful just to make them feel impactful, I think. Rather than for any good reason. Wow, this religious center in Baghdad is really helping out the Armenians switch to Sunni. They're not going to finish any of these sieges before I finish these two, I suspect. Our massive cannons is doing good work. We are at 5. Probably have too many cannons here. We need 10. Yeah, we have. We have a few more than that. You two can leave then. We'll still slow things down slightly because we're outnumbering the garrison less, but that's not a problem. Alright, we'll begin picking people up from down here. Where are my other transports? There they are. Good stuff. Well, they might actually win one of these sieges, just because the autonomy is so high, I guess. How is the autonomy up here? Yeah, we're getting that kind of steady rainbow now, but it should be coming down still. Not by much in Bosnia. Yeah, the communication obviously up here is really tough. We need to take one of these ports, basically, so we can build a road from it. Ideally, with Gusa, maybe? They're equally good, right? Yeah. Gusa doesn't have any special bonuses, does it? Well, it produces honey, or rather than wood. I'd kind of rather urbanize the wood one, honestly. Although I'm not sure urbanization... Does urbanization affect... Oh, Jesus. Hello. Does urbanization affect the rate of rural population growth at all? What I actually need to do up here is build a fort. We need a fort here, ideally. Or maybe, yeah, probably here. Just so we stop, because Bosnia keeps getting sieged down, and it's becoming... Bosnia keeps getting sieged down, triggered my Siri. Yeah, Hum is a port, but it's not a good port. I don't want to base my road network around a province that isn't getting the extra bonus from a harbour. Oftentimes that ends up actually being less effective than just having roads. Where are you going? Where should I drop these guys? I'm just trying to drop them such that we can take a defensive fight in the hills. I really don't want them to let them siege down Kotor, obviously. Bring these guys down as soon as possible. A madrasa in Chalaki. Yes, please. Urbanization affects food production by increasing efficiency through wealth. Does that counteract the fact that it's also increasing the consumption of food by other people other than the rural lot? Right, there's that siege done. You can split out and, yeah, stop attaching to me. Please. Yeah, you're obviously better making the canals. I'm just wondering about whether urbanizing helps at all. And trade value can also increase rural wealth. Yeah, that's a good point. We really did leave a big hole in our northern defenses, didn't we? The thing about putting a fort up here... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put the fort here. No, here. Because if we put it up here, the autonomy is so high that we will... it will just be sieged down too quickly. You need to have low autonomy in your fort provinces, because autonomy directly affects siege speed. Which is obviously negatively so. But yeah, with these guys arriving, I don't know where you think you're going. You're going to go and siege this province? Seems like a bit of a hiding to nowhere. Ah, it's unfortunate. Obviously, we'd rather take this because we want the lesser noble loyalty. Professionalism is so permanent, though. You know what? We're about to be drilling for ages. I'm gonna take the army tradition, even though the professionalism is so tempting, because the 5 lesser noble loyalty is worth like 1.5 thousand ducats right now. That's how much it would cost to buy that much loyalty. So I'm quite happy with that. All right. Invest in a new idea. So we're not going to do this because we need to buy tech before it gets too expensive. Yes, this is the smart play. You almost never want to be taking ideas when you... Sorry, taking tech when you could be taking ideas, because every idea you take reduces the cost of technology. But in this rare... What made you choose to go and siege this one? Are you just after my silver mines? Push off, Milan. Just because I burnt down your whole homeland doesn't give you the right to be mean to my peasantry. Pick on someone your own size and fight my armies that are substantially bigger than you. Alright, one more siege speed. Come on, 64%, I believe. And don't win this on the 7%. That would just be rude. You wouldn't dare. Alright, there's that one, so we can actually piece you out. Cash. Trade. Ruin your life, diplomatically speaking. Good. Come down here. Attach. Go here. You have room for this? Yes. What was I doing? Yes, Sistan. Love me. Don't win on the 22 tick either. Anyone else we need to piece out here? Yeah, Verona. You probably got a bit of money left. Yeah, 66 ducats. Every little bit helps the Ottoman. And sure, lose some claims. Give me that prestige. We need it for disinherit. Not that we're going to disinherit Victor. Rebellious though he allegedly is, Aragon to have their independence guaranteed by France. I suspect they will revoke that soon and then conquer them. But yeah, I love to do that. We are locked in here. I didn't really mean to do that. Well, oh well. Give these guys a leader in case these guys lose first. Oh, they did go to 100%, so I'm kind of glad we did that. Because I want to piece out Salizo as well. Did we ever siege down Salizo? We actually didn't. Okay, well, I guess we're going to piece these guys out. No point wasting the manpower on fighting that battle if we don't strictly have to. I am going to take this. It's going to give us a jumping off point to fabricate claims on a lot of these guys. And it's within the extent of our historical, you know, our attempted borders. War reps, give me Veronese. Excuse me? Oh, God, I haven't actually occupied it. Bloody heck. All right, you guys, come up here. Occupy the province. They'll be able to do that really quickly. And yeah, I very much suspect we'll win this, even without the reinforcements, just because our morale advantage is massive. Oh, they rolled 9 twice in a row, but then we got one in the fire phase, and it was all over. Goodbye, Milan. They might be retreating one province over. Oh, the poor bastards they are. Yeah, quick siege down here will be good. There's not that much to destroy anyway, so I don't mind about looting a province that we're trying to take. And we arrived before them. Oh, Milan. Weep. Weep for Milan. And the fact that we're in our land means that our roads have a greater impact for us than them, so we move a lot faster. And there goes all of Milan's army. That's what you get for not rolling over. Alright, you guys get transported to capital. Trebizond. Keep those conversions coming over here. Seems good. Yeah, this siege will not take long. Not with the blockade and with all 6 cannons. Yes, please. Good. Yeah, this will take no time. Good stuff. And then I'm not sure why I'm positioning to attack them. The wars we're doing next are not here. They are in the east. So let's bring the units over there. You, for example, as well. Just come to Gaza and we'll walk you south. Do I need 2 armies to fight these guys? No, definitely not. So don't do that, actually. Come over here and take the Baghdad road. Speaking of the Baghdad road, you finished building? Yes. Give me another big road there, please. I guess this was the other one I started. And we can't build roads here, right? The interact with province building doesn't work when you build it in subjects' lands, I'm pretty sure. They're raising up mercenaries in land I own. Milan, give it up. It's not going to go your way, dude. We will show them the error of their ways and then peace out. Look at these guys with their fancy yellow frocks. I'm going to keep keeping my artisans there. Spending 10 ducats every like 10 years to keep them there is really not a very big price to pay. Alright, you can go. I'll take this. I'll take war reps. I'll take Veronese trade power. I don't want to cause too long a truce. Let's see. How much would it take if I took Liguria? Yeah, we'd get France in the coalition if we did that. So let's not do that right now. Could release a bunch of people, but I'm fine with them being united. It makes them easier to kill all at once. Don't ally with anyone important. Do I really need the prestige? We don't want to go to war with them that soon, so sure. Just break all your alliances to give me prestige. Boom. We are grateful for their support, and let's see that loot pop up. It's gonna be grand. So let's take a final tally. We lowered the trade value of the Tyrrhenian Sea by about 20 ducats, the Adriatic by about 10 ducats. Very nice. So much for your transfers from Taters downstream, you gits. Let's see what that loot pop-up looks like. Excuse me, give me the loot pop-up. There it is, 12,000 ducats. Pretty darn nice, if you ask me. We will, of course, take a mere tenth, and the rest of it will go distributed around the place, and then a bunch of it will get collected as jizya anyway. Still some unrest in the Turkish lands, which we will put down violently, because I do think we should get some drilling going. We're really close to 100 professionalism now, so I don't mind just focusing on that. What are we looking like on a slacken right now? 50,000 manpower? Pretty good. So if we were ever in a losing war, I mean it's unlikely. It would take a coalition, obviously, or Ming, technically. Yeah, gift for the lesser nobles is a no-brainer. We should probably do a gift for you guys as well, but yeah, look, since we're at peace, we've only got one stability, but the greater nobles are so uninfluential. I bet we can revoke this without them complaining too much. Famous last words, of course, but you do what you can. Okay, excellent. In the next war, we're going to reclaim Fars's cause here. We're going to enforce Hijazian, I'm sure that's not the right adjective, but Hijazian domination in the southern Arabic sphere. OBS Studio disconnected. I unplugged the internet. Give me a second. All right, sorry about YouTube. It was a brief... It was the whole, foot Ethernet cable situation. You know how it goes. So, we're going to enforce Fars's cause. We're going to continue working diplomatically on Sistan. In fact, we can do that this episode. We're going to get a bunch of these claims for Hejaz. And we're hopefully going to be able to do all of that while continuing to gain manpower, I suspect. Which should be good. All right, let's just get... Yeah, let's get Sistan as a subject. Because that should be really easy to do. Great nobles... Oh, they're furious, and yet they don't even get to lose me any stability. He says, and definitely isn't speaking too soon. Please? Please? Don't do it to me. Yes, let's go. Nice. No stability lost. You love to see it. More conversions. Yep, absolutely. All right, Sistan, I believe... Just a minute more, and we'll be able to grab them. And all will be lovely. Do we want to build corporation guilds over here as well as... I mean, in places we can, sure. I think just cranking the urban production in this region is going to be... it's going to be really good just for the number of centers of production we can throw up. All right, hello, hello. Give me a very small gift. Or rather, give them a very small gift, and then they will accept, and then we can end the episode. When is the truce with Hungary? It's like 3 years away? Something like that? Oh, no, crap, it's this year. It's next month. Okay, we're going to go to war with Hungary next, then. Forget the East for a moment. Actually, well... Three armies is enough for Hungary. We can fight in the east and west simultaneously. We might have to take some manpower from the greater nobles. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, it's true. Are these cores going away? Fars. Not too long. Yeah, these claims are... we have them for a long time, but we're not going to be going after claims in this war. We're probably just going to mostly burn them down. We might seize... these ports, so that we can start building the, we'll call it the Serbian Road, even though it's going to go all the way into Hungary, in honor of our former Servian brethren. It seems like that's a nice way to honor them, I think. You guys, come up here. We need to go to war with Hungary. Quick smarts. Right, yes, but you are going to become my vassal. And there goes a bunch of workshops and craftsmen's districts. Very, very nice indeed. There go the truces. We're going to declare on them immediately, because The longer we wait, the greater the chances they get new alliances. And I'm going to make the goal Dalmatia. So I guess I'll declare on Croatia. We should still be able to get this land for free. Like, no points. But, oh yeah, we should make it the highest development one that we're trying to take, which is indeed Dalmatia. Good. Boom. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Good. And you guys, 2 armies to fight down here? It's probably not necessary. We need to get down here, obviously, because I don't know when these guys are going to break to rebels, because it's not in the list. And you guys get down here. That will work. And then in 3 days, Sistan is going to accept my generous offer. Oh, sorry, in another 5 days, Sistan is going to accept my generous offer of vassalization. Ooh, okay, this is new. So what's changed since we last declared war? Ensure all soldiers bring home some loot. Huh. I'm going to look into this event as well. What is this? This is pop looting 0.010. Read pop. Is it pop dot looting? Pop underscore looting dot 010. I'm going to look into what affects when you're able to get different tiers of that. And we might submod that as well. Well, we probably shouldn't, because even if it doesn't make sense, it's a balance thing. But nice. So we're going to be able to do even more damage to Hungary than I thought. And Sistan is our newest vassal. Welcome to the fold, Sistan. And those 2 we will feed all of Persia, basically. I think that will work. It will be more communication efficient, a lot more communication efficient to have a 3rd vassal hold this bit. What I think we'll do, though, is have Fars hold all of that and then have their capital move to, like, here. And then have these guys hold all of that and have their capital move to, like, probably here or here. Somewhere around there. Anyway, YouTube, thank you ever so very much for watching. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me today. In the next episode, Hungary is going to feel the lash of the Turkish army. We're going to do terrible, terrible things to them, and it's going to be great. I will see you then.